Hi everybody. So I've been wanting to come on and do a video for a while, not just my recipe videos. I haven't done a video like this for yeah, it's been a minute. And yeah, so it's been an interesting few months to say the least. And I'm sure it has for many of us because we are all going through shifts and the energies are intensifying and we're all basically moving into higher states of consciousness. And for those that know, all know, and I'll explain more about that later. But I've been getting more of a push to come on and start sharing my journey and how I have used tools and techniques to help me just evolve and connecting, and now connecting with my own spiritual guides and doing the work and how I do that and how that's changed my life. And it's all about, my intention is to bring awareness to you all and to basically share how these tools and what I've been doing has really been a game changer for me and my clients as well. And the other thing that, and it is basically, the diet has been the catalyst for it all, like changing my lifestyle, and has literally been the number one thing that was the catalyst. It really was. It was the foundation, and then it's just built on that and built on that. And you know, for me, I've been extremely passionate with wanting to support people transition to a healthy lifestyle. And since going for a huge transformation myself and expanding my own consciousness, all I've wanted so much was for people to experience life like I did. And so for over like a year of sharing and social media, I wasn't really getting the clients. And so this did create like doubt in my mind with feelings of, am I good enough? Who am I to help people with their health and nutrition? And so just as I was feeling deflated and losing faith and yeah, it just, the stars aligned and Synergy found me, which is a health, wellness, and nutrition company, all backed by science, focused on the microbiome. And it was just amazing. And I went onto their training and immediately felt this company was in alignment with my values and it was in its integrity. And then I started to experience amazing results in their products myself. With their E9 and their Pro RG. And then I got excited and my passion was reignited because I knew these products and programs were greatly going to help people. And this was exactly what I've been looking for, because I know that service to others is my sole purpose and passion. And so I've been on this journey of really supporting people with creating long-term sustainable changes in their life and rebalancing the microbiome and doing gut health talks called Nurture Your Gut, which I absolutely love to do. And so this has been really my path, and I've moved away from other areas I thought I would be focusing on, and this is where spirit is guiding me basically, and I'm trusting and I'm surrendering, and it's been a lot of surrendering. I can definitely say, and it hasn't been easy at times when I've been thinking I wanted to go one route, but I'm being pushed into the health and nutrition sector. And I think because I predominantly follow a raw vegan lifestyle, and for those that don't know me, my name's Syra. I'm a holistic practitioner, and I offer services as a doula, healer, tarot reader. And so the healing part of it, I might do quantum healing as well, is more moving into the nutrition and health space and wellness space, and working and collaborating with this amazing company, which I did not think was in, excuse me, my throat. I did not think would be part of my path, but it is. And I've surrendered to that and it's now exciting. And I've been really working on my own health and nutrition, and I do many, many fasts. My last fast that I did in February was the catalyst because it was a 40-day fast and it felt like it was guided. And I was doing this alongside a sadhana practice, a mantra practice. And it was 40 days, and I was doing that at sunrise. And what it did, it opened up more of my chakras. Like, it opened up my crown chakra. This is what I feel anyway. It opened up more of my, you can say it opened up my spiritual gifts, right? We've all got them, and it shows itself in different ways for everybody. And for me, it opened up my ability to start channeling. And I always loved watching other people channel, like Bashar, and all my other channels, Abraham Hicks, etc. And I've been one of the women that was my catalyst for my spiritual awakening back in my original first awakening was back in 2008. Was Blossom Goodchild, and she channels. And so I was just always thought that I would be somebody who just listened to people and loved the information that came through. But no, there was obviously another plan for me, because now I'm opened up that part of me, and I do believe that changing my lifestyle, changing my diet, removing alcohol from my life, the sugar, the caffeine, and I'm human, right? So there are days or, moments where I can go off track, but I soon go back. But it was that fast was really the catalyst to helping me open up more of those gifts. And I've been building and doing the energetic work around that, and going within and meditating and doing all these things, because it's holistic, right? And that's why I emphasize the fact that I am a holistic practitioner. It's not, the food is the catalyst for sure, but then you start to have more awareness that expands, and then other areas come in, and you start to see, okay, there's this part I need to work on, and this part. What the food allows, and the body to detox. When you change that, it allows the body to detox, and it allows more room for you to gain more awareness, because you're balancing the microbiome as well, and you're releasing toxins and all the microorganisms that we don't want. And so there is a gut health talk that I have got on my YouTube channel, so if you want to know more about that, you can check onto that. And so anyway, so after this fast, I've just been working with my guides, and a particular guide has been coming through. And it's been interesting for me, because it's been really a training for me getting more on YouTube, and to start bringing through messages from my guides. And I've been really mindful that it is coming from my heart, and my intentions are there, and there's no chance that the lower mind, the ego, is trying to get its way in. So that is not what I want for this transmission. It is going to be coming through, and I've been guided to say that I'm ready to now start being the conduit, the vessel for my guide Ishwara, who is from the Pleiades. He's a Pleiadian guide, to bring through the information that's going to help bring more awareness to everybody that's going to watch this. And I'm not for everybody, and I'm okay with that. And so those who resonate with these messages will resonate, and those that don't, and that's okay, and you don't need to be here. But I'm just going to be surrendering now, and allowing the information to come through. And there's practical things that we can do to really help us connect in with our own guides, and I can support you with that. And I think because I've gone through the transformation myself with changing my lifestyle, and it started off with the food, that is why I do these recipe videos, and this is why I continue to go back to being raw vegan, even if I've gone off track. And I went to Turkey recently, and the food wasn't that great, and I was disappointed with the fruit as well. And the food, I could have, eaten a bit more healthier, but I got pulled into eating some of the other food, and I literally felt myself change into an older version of myself. And so really being mindful how food can have an impact on everything in your life, and what you're putting in really does just impact all areas. That's just want to emphasize that. And so yeah, so my intention is really to just bring awareness and to surrender to what Ishwara would like to say. And I don't know what's going to come through, and I have to just allow myself to go in the background, and I'm going to connect in a moment. And you may see that my facial expressions may change when I'm bringing him through. I say him because I just feel he's more masculine, but he might explain to you a bit more about who he is. But he's a collective of, it's one consciousness coming together as a Ishwara, but it is, and effectively, like, this is what I've been told, like 5,000 Palladian souls coming together as one consciousness. And yeah, it's quite mind-blowing, to be fair. So I'm just going to see what Ishwara would like to say. And I think for me, the nutrition and the health, and I think that space is really important right now. And I don't even think he's going to talk about that. I don't even actually know. So I'm just going to be quiet and just surrender. Okay. Okay, so we set the intention for the information that wants to come through. For everybody watching, is going to be for the highest good of all. And we do not consent to anything of the lower energies. And we ask that we are connecting in with the highest love light. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, everybody that is here on this vessel's channel. Oh, what a joy, what a joy, what a joy it is to be here. And we can say to you, we are so very much, we are so proud of this vessel and the work that she has done. And we know that she would feel uncomfortable with us saying this, but we are going to say this because the work she has done to get to the levels where she is at on her journey. And so we say to you that we all are on our own journey and we are all at our own levels. And how can you get to the level where you are able to connect in with your own guides? Well, we say to you that looking at your health is important. And this is exactly what this vessel has done. She has changed her lifestyle. And changing your lifestyle is going to help you gain more awareness. It will help you shift into the higher states of consciousness because of the body is going to go through a cleansing. It is going to go through detox, and this will allow more room in the body to have the awareness, to have the ability to connect in, because the cells in the body will be cleaner and it will not be fighting against the toxins that are there. So going through a protocol that is going to help you clean your diet is going to be really beneficial for you right now. And right now, we are encouraging everybody that is not looking at their diet to do so. And it is true that there are many ingredients in your foods that does not serve you. So we are always also encouraging you to fully check your labels, check your ingredients. This vessel is currently doing a nutrition course and is really understanding how the wordings on labels are being misled. And so we say to you, there is very clever marketing that happens that can trick the mind. So please be mindful of what is on your labels and what you are consuming. So this is why this vessel focuses majority of her consumption of food to be whole foods, to be in its natural state, as this is going to be not infiltrated in any kind of way, or it's not going to be is in its natural form. There is not going to be anything in there that is not going to be serving the body. Now we know that obviously the soils are depleted and the fertilizations of the soil is not at the standard that it was once. However, we do say that focusing on whole foods is going to be something that is going to help you to clean out the body. And we are not here to say to you, do not eat this, do not eat that. We just encourage you to eat more whole foods. Now, processed foods is the catalyst for many illnesses right now. And so when we start to look at what we are putting into our bodies, we can then start to make the choices that is going to help us shift into higher states of consciousness. And This vessel has been doing this, and we can confirm it has shifted her entire life by focusing on her food and her lifestyle. Sometimes it can be challenging to really know how to do this. And we say to you, small steps. How can you start to make the changes in small ways? For example, reducing the amount of sugar in your diet. How can you start to reduce that? How can you start to make the more healthy choices? It might be that you need to seek support, and this vessel can support you. It might be that you decide, actually, I am okay with just making these small steps into reducing my sugar and having maybe a sugary treat once a week instead of twice a week, and sticking to that, or saying to yourself, I am going to reduce my sugar intake from my tea or my coffee, and instead of having 2 sugars, I'm going to have 1. It can be small steps. It can be small steps. You can make changes and you can stick to them. And there is support out there to allow you to be able to do this. The food is going to be a highlight over the coming months and years, actually, we would like to say. So starting now to make those changes is going to be beneficial for you and your journey. For those that are on the path of wanting to know more of who they are and step into their purpose, this is going to be the key. And this vessel once thought she was healthy, and she never ate meat. At that time, she was vegetarian and still classed herself as healthy. However, at that time, she was still consuming alcohol. She was still consuming processed cheese, dairy. And she thought she would never be able to give up these foods. Tea, coffee, heavily oiled foods. But for her, fasting was the catalyst. Now, this is not going to be the same for everybody. We are all different. So feel into what is going to be right for you. And if you do need support in this area, this vessel can share with you her 21-day program that is scientifically backed to help rebalance the area of the gut. And this will help remove cravings. We are again not here to tell you what to eat. We are here just advising and recommending how you can make shifts in your journey, in your consciousness, by making these changes. It's the choices that we make that make the difference. Everything is a choice and we have free will. This is Ishwara, and I am part of the Pleiadians, and I am part of the Pleiadian collective. And right now we are all here together as one consciousness, bringing through this message through this vessel. And she knows when she has gone off track, it is harder to connect in with us. And we say off track when she starts to eat a little bit more of the cooked food. And this is not unhealthy in the sense of where most people are at, but still for her to be able to connect in and have a clear channel. Eating clean is important to her because she is mindful of the distortions that the ego can bring through in the messaging. So she chooses to be clean, to have the clearest messaging coming through from us. And so if you are connecting in with your guides and you are confused with the messages, this may be because of the consumption of the foods you are eating that could be creating this. So when you have clean, when you eat clean, you have clean results. And we want to say the word garbage in, garbage out. This is all for today, and we thank you for being here. And this is part of this vessel's purpose, to be sharing the information that is coming through. And it has been uncomfortable for her to put herself in the situation where she is getting herself out of the way. But she knows this is part of her mission to bring more awareness to people. And so we thank her for her bravery in doing so. We love you, we love you, we love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Ishwara, for your message. Oh, wow. That energy is coming through, and I do get a bit self-conscious when they start praising me because it's just like, yeah. But yeah, I mean, I hope that resonated. I mean, there's parts of me when they're saying that, I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting. But it's like I have to constantly just learn to just stand back and just really be the observer. And when I have these messages come through, it kind of just like flows through me and just out of me. And I don't really hold on to what's being said. A lot of the times I have to go back and listen to the recording, but I just have to trust that if this helps one person, then that's all that matters. And if you would like to work with me in any capacity, I can put the links down below. I do a gut protocol 21-day with science-based products that really does focus on rebalancing your microbiome and help you shift into making those long-term sustainable changes. I do fasting groups as well. The next fasting group I will be holding will be for December solstice. We'll be doing a 21-day one. So if you're interested in that, then you can let me know. And obviously I support one-to-one as well. So and do healings and tarot readings. But yeah, I really hope that this has helped you in some capacity. Please do like, share and comment. And I'll be doing more of these videos and bringing through more of information from Ashwara when I get the pull to, basically. But yeah, there'll be more recipe videos coming up as well to support you in making those long-term sustainable changes. And raw vegan isn't for everybody. Even just making small changes and just, you know, even if you do eat meat, just making sure it's grass-fed, for example, organic and things like that. So okay, well, thank you for this, and have a blessed day, everybody.